Hey guys, welcome to my first Q&A session. I already got my first question. So, number one question that people are asking, did I quit speaking on human trafficking or didn't? The short answer is sorry about all the confusions. About a year ago, I made an announcement that I'm stepping back. I'm no longer sharing my personal story. For about 15 years now, I'm sharing my story mainly for educational purposes. And honestly, guys, I loved every single minute of it. We mainly do 2 to 3 days workshops for police service providers. And I really, really love that work. I love meeting people all across North America. But as I'm going through my own personal healing journey, I kept asking this question, basically like, who puts the baby in the water, so to speak? It's a terrible saying, but I just wanted to dig deeper and I realized who puts the babies in the water. It's our unhealed and unresolved trauma. And it comes from generations. And I realized that right now, I think we are really focusing on the outcome of what's wrong with society, of the outcome of those generational traumas. And we are not really focusing really on root causes. We talk about root causes all the time, but what are we actually doing about it? So about a year ago, I started doing research and I realized that any government, not just Canadian, they spend billions of dollars on helping people to stay where they at. And instead of having a social system that helps, supports, uplifts, mentors, and heals unresolved trauma for these individuals so they can get out of this vicious cycle, we have a system that keeps them in. Now, I can't change the entire system, but I also realized that I am part of the system. So instead of talking about trauma, I would like to start talking about unresolved trauma. And most importantly, how to heal it. As long as we are keep putting money into the outcome and the symptom of what's really wrong deep inside, like homelessness, addiction, human trafficking, and the list goes on, are we not really getting to the root causes? And if we're not getting to the root causes, we're never going to stop the vicious cycle, not for me, not for the next person, and not for the next generation. So that's why I switched my focus, and that's where we are heading. So in a nutshell, I didn't quit my work around human trafficking. I think I'm just going to work around it from a much different angle. Thank you for the great question, and thanks for caring.